In this video, we're going to talk about how to import data for our recipients. So in the previous video, as you saw, we had some forms that were created for the recipients. So under the child profiles form, when you go to manage form, we created all these fields. These fields were created and we gave them different permissions. And so the next piece is to be able to start adding some recipients. So when you go to recipients, view recipients, you're able to see the different column headings that are right here. And so we are going to add some student information. So one of the ways to add the student information, like we mentioned, was just going here, clicking add recipient button and adding the student information. However, if you have lots of information for students, let's say importing hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands, and it's usually best to do a bulk import. The next piece we're going to go to, we'll go to settings, and then under settings, we would go to import data. So while we're importing data, we have different import types. We have one for recipient. This is for, in our case, the student data. However, we have data that can be imported for donors, as well as the sponsorship relationships. So this would include the donor IDs and student IDs if we are importing sponsorship relationships. And then we also have the payment being imported if you want to import payment history or some payment details. However, right now I'm going to start with recipient data, and I'm going to select a program. It will be child sponsorship program. And something amazing that Help You Sponsor does is that we generate templates for you depending on what program that you created. So in this case, we're going to download the template, and this is what the sample data would look like. As you can see, the sample data has some random fields that were part of the fields that we had populated. For example, missed for 5 days, or sickly or healthy, single parent household, parents are married, hobbies. All this was just some of the sample data that was in our for example, in the select list. The next piece we're going to do is to download a template. So you can either go off of downloading a template to have a blank slate. This template would contain all the fields that we had created. So these were the fields that we had created: first name, last name, gender, age, favorite subject. As you can see, is here too. We have the grade right there. We have the hobbies, family status, health status, past attendance. Let me quickly check and see why enrollment status is not showing up. So we would go to form and quickly check to see if enrollment status is there. Oh, I guess we did not add enrollment status. So yeah, I will quickly add that so that we have this available. All right, we have enrollment status. And remember, this field was a select list. And this field contains this date, currently enrolled, on a break, leave of absence, permanently left school. This information can be visible to both donors and admins. And yeah, it's required. So we're going to save this and have the field added. This will also be a good test to show us that our templates are going to change. It's now going to contain enrollment status, which was missing previously. So in this case, we're going to go to import data. We're going to recipient, child sponsorship. We're going to download recipient samples. And yeah, this is perfect. We now have enrollment status as part of our fields. Yeah. All right. So right now, I'm just going to edit this very form so that we populate it. So I'm going to have student's name is Mary Kumar, female. So for the data that was a select list or a checkbox, you have to make sure that the spellings match. If it's text, then that's that can be custom information, but you have to make sure the spellings match for this. So for favorite subject, I will pick creative writing for Mary. Oh, I guess she already has mathematics. I won't fill this. For age, this is supposed to be a birth date. So I will put 11th June 2018. Then grade kindergarten. Actually, maybe I will put the 9th grade. And then hobbies, drawing. Then status, family status is orphaned. As you can see, under family status, we had 3 options. You have to spell them out exactly as they were if you're trying to import the data and you want it to be matched correctly. Health status, we'll say she's healthy, missed less than 5 days. Bio, let's say Mary loves the outdoors. She hopes to become a botanist one day. All right, so that's Mary's bio, and we'll say Mary's currently enrolled. So for the next student, I will say this is James Opal, and I will say male. I will say 27th of August, 2020, COVID baby. Literature, I would say he's in grade 3. He likes gymnastics, is in a single parent household. Health status, I'll say sickly. I'll leave this. I will say that John loves to read. He hopes to become a children's storybook writer one day. All right. So this bit is filled in for John as well. And the last one is we're going to fill in another student. And let's say this person's name is Ida. Ida Lopez. And I will say that Ida is female. Age is, let's see, 5th December 2022. So I would say that, Ida likes, actually not 2022, but maybe 2019. Ida likes biology. Ida is in the 7th grade. Ida enjoys playing soccer. Parents are married, healthy, but miss more than 10 days. I will say Ida enjoys studying about life. I guess no wonder she likes biology. She hopes to be a vet one day. All right, so I will increase this just to see what I have here. Yeah, I'm just using the numbers to edit this, but you could use what you would want to, whether it's Excel, Microsoft Excel, or Google Excel sheets. So yeah, and yeah, I would say Ida permanently left school. So this seems to be ready to be sent. I will quickly check here to see why it's not showing up. Let me see what happens if I change the date. Okay, maybe I'll 27th. Oh, it's interesting. Or 7th. All right, I'll just leave it like that for uniformity purposes. And so right now I'm going to save this CSV. I will save it on my desktop. And the next piece is to import it. It's called Recipients Import Sample Template Demo. And so the next piece is to go back here and import it. So I already chose the import type as recipient, and then chose the program type as child sponsorship. Next, I am going to go to the location I stored it, recipient. Oh, it's not of CSV type. Let me quickly check and ensure it's CSV. So yeah, this is numbers. So export to CSV. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save it here. All right, perfect. So next piece is to go back, desktop, and now the CSV file is showing up. And then next, so if I have two options. I can either map fields. So for example, actually, I will have to map, the different fields that are in my CSV with the ones that are the fields that are inside our Help You Sponsor form, just to make sure that we're mapping them correctly. However, another thing is that you could choose to update existing recipient data. So in this case, you would just choose the unique ID for the recipient. You choose which column it is, and then you would also, map the unique ID field for your CSV file. Yeah, but in this case, since it's new data altogether, I'm going to start mapping from scratch since I'm not updating. So match CSV columns to our recipient fields. All right, so first name will be first name, and Help You Sponsor is the same as my first name on my CSV file. Last name will map exactly, then gender is mapping to that, which means that it doesn't matter what the names of these fields are. You could always map them if you've maybe made a mistake. So age will be mapped here. Favorite subject is going to be mapped here as a favorite subject. Then grade, I will map the grade. I will map the hobbies, the family status, attendance for school term. So right here, and then bio, I will map the bio, enrollment status. Enrollment status is down here, and then bio is right here. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, I see. These two are both bio. But I could have changed this before importing. But it's good that we're able to catch this and know that this is what the name of the field is. And so it's the second bio. So recipient settings, I will say that number of sponsors needed are 1, sponsor needed, which is something that I had already set up on the back end in my program settings, as you had seen in a previous video. Sponsorship amount is the same, which is $34. And we actually get a data preview here. We're able to see the buyer, attendance, and all this information for the students that we put here before we import. So you're able to make any corrections and updates right here. So we're going to continue. Right now, our import wizard is just doing some verifications to ensure that all the data looks great. And it gives you a report of the data health. So for example, here, total rows, we had 3 rows, tells you the program and the file. And next we're going to say import recipients, and that the recipients have been successfully imported. So yay, congratulations on importing your first recipients. Let's go here and check out the recipients that we added. And we go to the child sponsorship program. And wow, that's amazing. Just like that, we have Mary. I've got our available recipients. We have Mary, James, and Ida. Yeah, this recipient was already there. We also have the dates. Yeah, so that's perfect. All right. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll catch you in the next video.